My name is Rachel. I'm in my 3rd year of marriage, and I have a 2-year-old daughter. Every day, I drop her off at daycare and head to my part-time job. After work, I pick her up and we do our shopping, her hand in mine. By the time we get home, I'm exhausted, but I still have to take care of her and prepare dinner. Managing household chores, taking care of a child, and working is something most housewives do. However, the biggest burden for me is my husband, Simon. Simon used to be kind before we had our child. I never expected him to help with the housework and was willing to do anything for him. But after our daughter was born, I started to feel physically drained and began asking him for help. He, however, started yelling at me, "Can't you handle your own job?" Now, he does nothing at all. Even when I'm exhausted, sick, or injured, he won't lift a finger to help. This has, in a way, made me stronger. I used to frequently visit doctors for various ailments, but now I can handle a bit of illness without collapsing. Simon comes home late, and even when he's early, he just gives orders and doesn't move a muscle. "Hey, the TV!" he commands, even when the remote is right in front of him, expecting me to turn it on or change the channel like a king. I don't want to rock the boat at home, so I just listen to him. He left for a trip about 3 days ago, which I knew was a romantic getaway with someone else. But his absence meant peace for me. I could relax, feeling safe and happy without him, even though he's having an affair. I wonder if we can still be called a married couple. Despite these doubts, I can't bring myself to divorce him and take away our daughter's father. I know life would be easier if I divorced, but I can't do it. It was while I was thinking about all this that I suddenly felt dizzy and started to lose consciousness while looking after my daughter. I thought, I can't collapse. My daughter will be alone. I tried to stay conscious, but eventually passed out to the sound of her crying. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed. Apparently, the neighbor lady heard my daughter crying, came over, and found me collapsed, so she called an ambulance. My in-laws were the ones who told me this. They looked relieved to see me awake and kept saying, "Thank goodness." "Are you okay, Rachel?"
"Where's my daughter?"
"Your neighbor's taking care of her. She called us and was surprised to hear you were hospitalized." "I'm sorry." "Hey, Rachel, are you and Simon happy together?" I wanted to say yes, but I choked up. "Your neighbor called us, which is odd. Normally, she would have contacted Simon, right? It's okay that she called us, but it's strange." "I'm sorry." "Tell me the truth, please." "We get along, fine," I managed to say before bursting into tears. I couldn't bring myself to lie. "We're fine. No need to worry." I wish I could have said those words, but I just couldn't tell such a lie. "Is there something wrong?" "Sorry. You look so weak. Has he been making you suffer?" She took my hand and asked quietly. I wanted to avoid worrying her, but I also wanted help. "I don't know what to do." "Take your time. We won't do anything bad. Just talk when you're ready." I nodded, tears streaming down my face. "I'm scared of Simon." It was the first time I admitted it. Even to myself. I had always been denied and belittled by him, made to feel like a useless wife. And now I realized I was scared of him. So, I was scared of him. Always being negated, told I'm no good, constantly called a useless wife who can't do anything. Somewhere along the line, I became afraid of him. I couldn't stop the words from pouring out after that. "No matter how high my fever is, he won't help. When the baby cries, he just complains about the noise. I've had to walk outside for hours in the cold, holding my baby, even in rain or snow. He's left us in remote towns during drives because my baby was crying, and I had to find my way home. He just drinks beer and watches TV, telling me to hurry up and cook. I'm exhausted every day." "He doesn't do anything at all?" "He says everything at home is my job." "That's ridiculous." "Rachel, you work too." "It doesn't matter to him. He says I'm a slowpoke who can't do anything right, and it's all my fault." So, it can't be helped. My mother-in-law exchanged a look with my father-in-law, an indescribable expression on her face. And what about Simon? Where is he? Simon is with his mistress.
What? He's cheating?
Yes, I even know who it is. That must be hard on you. No, it's more peaceful without him here, yelling at the kid or making me do everything his way. I don't care anymore about his affairs or what he does. Oh my. My neighbor contacted you because she knew about Simon's affair. How does she know? She's seen his mistress come to our house and heard him yelling at me and the kid. She knows what I've been putting up with. She's been my confidant through all this. I see. I guess it's hard to talk to your in-laws about these things. I'm sorry.
But don't worry. We understand everything now. We're on your side, Rachel. Really? Of course. You're raising our grandchild and working hard. And he acts like a king at home and plays around with other women? Unforgivable. We're definitely on your side.
My mother-in-law said this, gripping my hand. My father-in-law nodded, don't worry. We'll take care of the grandchild at our place for a while. You just focus on getting better. Tears streamed down my face out of gratitude. 2 days later. Simon returned from his trip, triumphant. When he rang the doorbell and I didn't come out as usual, he got annoyed and used his key to enter. Hey! I'm home, and you don't come to greet me? But his voice just echoed in the empty house. Wondering why it wasn't being absorbed by the usual furniture, he looked around and found everything gone.
What? What's going on? Why is everything missing?
Shocked, he pulled out his phone and called me. Hey. Realizing it was a call from my husband, I gripped my smartphone with trembling hands.
Hey. Where are you? I'm home and you're not here. Where are you loafing around?
I'm at the hospital.
The hospital? Why are you there? Come home now.
I can't.
Why?
I'm hospitalized.
Hospitalized? Who is?
Me.
Why are you in the hospital? If you have time to be there, you should be home cooking.
But I was told to stay hospitalized. You don't need to be in the hospital for something useless like that. What's the reason? Overwork. Overwork?
That's an exaggeration for just being tired.
Fool.
That's something you can recover from at home. A waste of hospital fees. You should be home doing your duties. Just great, the moment I'm gone, you think of relaxing. Tiredness is for those who actually work. Your part-time job is just playtime.
I was shaking, scared, holding the phone. But
shut up. Don't talk back to me. Because of your lounging, our house got burglarized.
Burglarized?
Yes, they took everything. My sofa, my bed, my clothes. What are you gonna do about it?
His ranting reached my in-laws' ears through the phone speaker. Unbeknownst to him, he was just spewing his usual venom at me. But even so, nobody would want to listen to such behavior from a husband. I looked at my mother-in-law, thinking they wouldn't want to hear this. But she nodded strongly, say what you want to say. We're with you. That's not a burglary.
What? You think a burglar would take everything like that?
No way.
What do you mean?
I moved everything to a different place.
Why?
I'm moving out.
What? Why? I didn't hear about this.
Well, you were on your affair trip when I decided. I've sent all your stuff to your mistress's place.
What do you mean, her place?
No need to pretend anymore. I've known all along.
I don't have a mistress.
You said you were on a trip with her, didn't you? You never took me or our daughter on a trip.
That's a misunderstanding. I can't possibly have a mistress.
It's not a misunderstanding. I had a detective investigate it.
When?
During your trip. It only took a day to confirm your affair. The woman is your junior at work, right? You're renting her apartment. That's why your paycheck has been so small.
That's not true. You're misunderstanding. You should believe me over some detective's findings.
You always say that. Remember the woman you brought home, saying she's just a colleague? She's the one, right? You were pretty cozy with her, both at home and outside. The neighbors know about it.
That's just her coming on to me. I never reciprocated.
Oh, really? You think that excuse will fly?
What's wrong with you? You never talk like this.
Until now, you always forced me into submission, telling me to keep the kid quiet. Because of you, I've spent hours wandering outside, enduring so much. And to think you were pampering another woman, giving her an apartment and living expenses, while barely giving me $2,000 for household expenses.
That's a lie. You can't find out all that in one day.
I didn't find out everything in one day. I found evidence while clearing out your stuff. I've been working part-time, struggling to support us.
That's what a wife is supposed to do.
Really? So a family should just put up with a cramped apartment while you lavish another woman? That's not right.
It's all in your head.
Is it? Then what's this? I showed him a photo. It was a lease agreement. This isn't our apartment, is it? You're paying $3,000 a month for her. You treat me like a maid while giving her all this. What was I to you all this time?
You're misunderstanding.
I found out about your trip's destination while cleaning. I know her name now. And a detective has photos of how you spent these past few days. Modern detectives are really skilled, you know.
I'm telling you, you're wrong. Why don't you believe me?
How can I? I suspected the affair, but never imagined it was this blatant. And to think I've been working so hard for you, it's humiliating.
So what? It's your fault I'm cheating.
Excuse me?
You don't listen to me. You're always focused on the kid, neglecting me. Before blaming me, realize your own faults. And how dare you investigate and then send my stuff to her place?
I had been thinking the same. It might be inconvenient for her, receiving my stuff so suddenly. Because of that feeling, I found myself at a loss for words. But my mother-in-law took over.
It's your apartment, so what's wrong with sending stuff there? They're close enough to travel together, so it's fine. Mom, it's a spacious place. His stuff won't be a problem. Why is Mom here? While you were enjoying your affair trip, Rachel collapsed. The neighbor contacted your mom. We were shocked. Normally, a wife would contact her husband. We were even more surprised to learn you were on a trip with your mistress. Didn't think you were that foolish. Mom knows everything? Yes, I've heard all about your misdeeds. Damn it, Rachel, dragging Mom into this.
Not just her. Dad knows too.
Then who removed my stuff?
Me.
Why?
Surprise. The apartment's actually owned by Dad. We don't want a son who makes his wife suffer living there. You have a $3,000 apartment, live there in style.
If you send my stuff to her, she'll be shocked.
That's not our concern. You didn't think about your wife's struggles, cheating and treating your family harshly. Just getting rid of your stuff isn't enough to settle my stomach.
Where's our stuff then?
At our family home.
Then I'll go there too.
No use. A foolish son like you will be turned away.
But my daughter will miss me. I'm her father.
A father who leaves his child and wife in a remote town?
When?
When you left them during a drive because the kid was crying.
That was. And you've kicked them out at night, even in the cold, rain, and snow. How heartless. I was tired. You're tired? Rachel's just as tired, if not more. Yeah, right, more like it. Yes, indeed. Rachel's life is tens, hundreds of times harder. Why's that?
She works part-time, then comes home to care for our child, clean, do laundry, shop, and cook. She does it all alone, including taking care of you. Even when the remote's right in front of you, she has to change the channel for you. How foolish can you be?
I'm just a traditional husband.
Traditional? More like a tyrant.
You wouldn't understand, Mom.
You say you're a father, but you hardly ever come home. Our child doesn't even remember your face. She doesn't recognize you in photos.
That's a lie.
At daycare, when asked to draw her dad, she just drew a circle with no face. To her, you might as well not exist.
What a brat! She's as dumb as her mother. Stop insulting the child. Kids are honest. She just drew what she saw. A father who's never home might as well be invisible. I am home. Only late at night or early morning, just to change clothes. You hardly ever see or talk to her. Where am I supposed to go then?
To your mistress's place, maybe?
What are you saying? We are married.
Married? You hardly act like it. I don't remember any time we lived like a real married couple. To you, I'm just a housekeeper, aren't I? Yeah, that's right. You're a housekeeper. I've never seen you as a woman. Just listen to me and keep being a housekeeper. Is that so? Well, with that mindset, I can't stay with you. That's why I left one last gift in the house. Last gift? There's nothing there. Check the dining table. He went to the kitchen and found it.
What's this?
A divorce paper.
I can see that. Why a divorce paper?
Because I have no confidence in continuing with you.
You don't need confidence to stay together.
Why stay married if I'm just treated as a housekeeper? I might as well work as one.
What?
It's more beneficial. No need to think much, no harsh words from you or being treated as a nuisance. You think you can survive alone? Foolish woman. You can't live without my income. I've only been getting around $2,000 a month from you, not much different. There's no value or meaning in staying married to you.
What? You think I'm just a cash cow?
A cash cow would be more valuable. But you're not even that. Claiming I'm just a housekeeper, that's absurd.
Hey, Simon. Oh, Dad. You were here too?
Yes, I've heard everything.
Everyone's listening?
Yes.
Didn't think you were such a tyrant. I couldn't believe it when Rachel told me, but this call clarified everything. You need to leave that place today. Why?
The remodelers are coming tomorrow.
Why?
It's sold.
What? Why would you sell it?
You have another apartment. No need for Dad's. That's why it's sold. No problem.
That leaves me with nowhere to live.
Go to your mistress's. I'm not lending you anything anymore.
You're choosing her over your own son?
Yes, she's more deserving. I can't side with a man who treats a woman like that.
That's unbelievable.
No, I'm devoted to Mom. I don't understand your feelings at all.
Hey, Rachel.
Yes?
Thinking of divorcing, how foolish.
I've endured enough. It's only natural.
How can you say that? Involving my family too.
I've wasted enough precious time for you. I've thought about divorce many times.
I've never heard that.
Of course, you haven't. I kept telling myself not to take a father away from her child.
But in the end, you're taking her father away.
Yes, but your mom said it's not good for a child to see her mother sad every day. It's better to start a new life. That's why I've made this decision. I'm grateful for such a wonderful mother-in-law. You'll regret this. Will I? Of course. Losing a husband like me. You'll have to do everything alone. I've been doing it all alone up until now. When our daughter had a fever, when I called an ambulance in the middle of the night, even when I was sick, I always managed on my own. You never once helped or consulted with me. Whenever I said I felt unwell, you would just go out, saying it's not just me. Thanks to that, I've become stronger.
What?
To tell you the truth, I always thought I couldn't do it alone because of my weak body and frequent hospital visits. But being treated harshly by you and striving for our child, I've become physically stronger. It's true that adversity makes people stronger. I'm thankful for that at least.
Damn it!
So, from now on, I won't be your housekeeper but will work as one professionally while raising our daughter. And your parents are supporting me in this.
What? My parents?
Yes, they said you have your mistress, so you don't need parents anymore. But I'm going to have a tough time alone. They've offered to help me. That's great. I'm happy to help Rachel. I've always wanted to get along with her, but couldn't, which made me sad. Now I can see my grandchild every day. I'd even like to live with Rachel. That's a good idea. Then we can take care of our grandchild when Rachel is working. Mom always has the best ideas. So, Simon, just sign the divorce papers quickly.
What? You two are choosing her over me. I can't believe this.
Oh, and another unbelievable thing for you.
What?
Simon, you'll be sued for alimony.
Huh?
Also, child support. Pay it regularly until our grandchild graduates college. If you don't, we'll garnish your wages.
What? You'll go that far?
Of course. Rachel is a single woman raising a child. The least you can do is pay child support. After all, that child is yours.
Fine, I get it. I won't divorce. If I don't divorce, I don't have to pay alimony or child support. If we're separated, I can still have my freedom with other women. Perfect.
You're so foolish. You don't know anything.
What do you mean?
If you don't provide living expenses and cheat, that's grounds for divorce. That means we can settle it in court. Are you okay with the legal fees?
Why? No matter what, you're planning to divorce and get child support?
Of course. We must take what we can from a woman's enemy like you.
I'm your son.
Even if you are, there are right and wrong things to do. You cheated and made Rachel suffer. Now it's your turn to suffer.
At least let me live at the family home. I'm giving my mistress $3,000 a month. I have no money.
That's not our problem.
No way.
And one more thing.
There's more?
We told her about the divorce.
Why?
She probably wants to marry you, right? But when we told her, she said she wouldn't marry you.
That's because she and I aren't like that.
It doesn't matter what your relationship is with her. If you stop giving her $2,000 a month, she'll be happy. More money for her. Quite clever.
If that happens, I can't pay child support.
That's not our concern. What she plans to do with your money is her business. Anyway, be happy. My mother-in-law said this and hung up. After that, Simon has been paying child support monthly. If he doesn't pay, we really garnish his wages. He tried to marry his mistress. But she left him, leaving the bill in the apartment. Apparently, she berated him for being broke. No interest in a man without money, she said. Simon tried to act tough, but it didn't end there. The mistress spread rumors about him at work, leading him to a dead-end job and a pay cut. With his reduced salary, Simon struggled with child support, so we really did garnish his wages. Now he pays $1,000 monthly. Thanks to that, Simon lives alone in his large apartment. Meanwhile, I moved out of my in-laws' place and started living in my parents' house. I sometimes visit my in-laws to show them their grandchild, and they adore her. Despite being treated as a housekeeper in the past, I'm grateful for having my child. Now, I'm truly happy.